Hi there! I'm Sprinkles, Santa Claus's special elf. Because everything is special with sprinkles. Santa Claus knows you're special too, and he has something to say to you. So listen close as Santa Claus shares holiday cheer with you. You can leave a special message for Santa Claus and get on the nice list at www.santaclaussays.net. Now here is the big man himself, Santa Claus!
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas to all the boys and the girls of the world. Santa Claus here with SantaClausSays.net. This is the show we come to you every day during the Christmas season, all the way up to Christmas Day. And we bring you a message that has three parts to it at SantaClausSays.net. We bring you Christmas cheer, we tell some jokes, and we have some fun with sprinkles. And the second thing we do is we have a story about kindness, an adventure story with Santa Claus, who's a substitute teacher. And then we read letters to Santa. And we like to do that every day during the Christmas season. You can find us here on YouTube live stream every night at 8 o'clock at youtube.com/Santa Claus Says. That's at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Then we're on Facebook, and we're also on Apple Podcast and on Spotify Podcasts. Then also you can always go to our website, SantaClausSays.net, and that's where you can get our free Santa Claus Says coloring book, and we hope that you'll go and pick that up. That's our free gift to you. Santa Claus comes to you with two special episodes on Christmas Eve, where we have the reading of the night before Christmas, and then on Christmas Day, when we read the Christmas story from the Bible, which is this reading about the birth of Jesus, the very first Christmas. It's called the Nativity Story. We also want to share with you that we always have a word for the day. And today's word for the day is to choose kindness. And that's a very important thing of what we do here. At the end of our show today, we'll come and get out our Christmas tree calendar, and we'll decorate it with an ornament that represents kindness. And it's very, very, very important to be kind and to be good. We always say, Santa Claus says to be good for goodness sakes, and that means to be kind to others. That's a wonderful thing that you can do this Christmas season to stay on the nice kids list, right? The Glockenspiel. There's the Glockenspiel, boys and girls, which means now it's time for Santa Claus's joke of the day. Here we go. Why did the elf push his bed into the fireplace? He wanted to sleep like a log. Oh my goodness, we have fun. I bet Sprinkles come up with that joke. Well, the Glockenspiel means it's time for our segment called Christmas Around the World. And this is where we learn about how Christmas customs and traditions all around the world, because Santa Claus gets letters and emails and stuff from Christmas or from children all around the world. And we want you to know all about that. Here we go. We talk about Christmas in Australia. Now, it's summertime during Christmas time in Australia, and that means no snow, only sunshine and sandy beaches. Families might have a barbecue called a barbie outside and eat fresh seafood, salads, and fruity desserts. Children sometimes pull Christmas crackers at the table, which pop open with a snap and reveal hats and jokes and toys. And Santa sometimes swaps his sleigh for a surfboard. Ho, 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 can you imagine that? Many people sing carols by candlelight in parks, and some even decorate eucalyptus trees instead of pine trees. Christmas in Australia is bright, warm, and lots of fun. Christmas in Australia. Well, boys and girls, it's now time for our special story we've been telling each day during the Christmas season. It's a story of kindness and Santa's special lesson. We're up to chapter 22. If you missed the prior episodes, you can always go back. You missed the first part of the story. You can always go back to our prior episodes and check us out at SantaClausSays.net, and you can catch up with the story. And tonight we are on chapter 22, which is Christmas Eve Gets Closer. Here we go. As Christmas Eve drew near, Santa's schedule became intense. There were last-minute adjustments, route planning, weather monitoring, and countless details that made Christmas possible. But no matter how busy, Santa made time to think about the children who he personally had touched. The package from Mr. Winters had arrived at the school, causing great excitement. Mrs. Smith read the letter aloud to the class, and several students cried happy tears. The book became an instant classroom favorite. On December 23rd, Santa did his final check of the nice list, and every single child from Mrs. Smith's class was on the list, including Emma, whose name glowed with a special light, the light of a child who'd overcome sadness and found joy. "Rudolph's ready," Jingle reported. Jingle the elf. "The sleigh's been reinforced, the route is optimized, and weather conditions look favorable." "Excellent," Santa said. "And Emma's special art set?" "Wrapped up and on the sleigh," Jingle confirmed. Santa stood and walked to his window, watching the elves make final preparations. Snowflakes drifted from the dark sky, and the northern lights painted ribbons across the horizon. "You know, Jingle," Santa said thoughtfully, "in all my centuries of delivering presents, I've learned something very important. The best gifts aren't always the ones you can wrap. Sometimes the best gift is a week of kindness lessons. Sometimes it's showing a lonely child they're not alone." Jingle nodded. "The toys bring joy, but the lessons also bring joy." "Exactly," Santa agreed. "But we still need the toys. Christmas magic works on many levels. Tomorrow night will bring joy to millions. But knowing that 23 of those children understand kindness and community, that's a special kind of magic." Mrs. Claus appeared at the doorway. "Nicholas, come eat dinner. You need your strength for tomorrow night." After dinner, Santa visited the reindeer barn. Each reindeer was groomed and rested, ready for their annual journey. Santa petted each one, thanking them for their service. "Tomorrow night, we fly," he told them. Tomorrow night, we bring Christmas magic to the world. And we'll also visit some very special children who learned this year what Christmas really means. Not presents, but kindness, generosity, and love. Rudolph's nose glowed bright as if in agreement. Santa smiled, feeling ready for the magical night ahead. Oh my, what a wonderful story we have here, boys and girls. And we continue it again tomorrow, so we hope that you'll come in our next episode of SantaClausSays.net for the next chapter of our book about kindness. Well, the Glockenspiel means it's time for our letters to Santa. And today's letter is from Zoe, who's 8 years old. "Dear Santa, I've been extra good this year. I helped my grandma with her garden and learned how to plant flowers. For Christmas, can I please have a flower kit so I can grow more plants? I hope your elves are not too tired. Say hi to Rudolph for me. Love, Zoe." Zoe, thank you for being so helpful to your grandmother. That's part of what we teach here at Santa Claus Says, to be kind and to be helpful. And for Christmas, you will always get surprises from Santa Claus, and I look forward to paying a visit to you and pleasing you, because I love you and I thank you so very, very much. Thank you for thinking about the elves. I tell you what, how about if you leave me some cocoa and cookies, you leave the elves some carrots. You leave the elves some cookies for them as well, and maybe leave some carrots for Rudolph and the rest of the reindeer. Ho, 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 ho. Zoe, we love you very much. I want Zoe and all the other children of the world to know that you can always reach out to Santa Claus at SantaClausSays.net. That is where you can leave me a message. You can leave me a message as a voicemail or an email or even a text message, and I get those messages and I respond to them. Well, boys and girls, the Glockenspiel means it's time to talk about our word of the day, which is to choose kindness. Choose kindness. We learned about that in our story, haven't we? And the idea is to treat others kindly as you would like to be treated. That's the most wonderful thing of all. And so we have our calendar, our Christmas tree calendar, and we're going to put another star ornament on here on day 8, which means we're now are 7 days from Christmas Day. So we're getting closer and closer. You can see we got over half of our Christmas tree is now decorated with ornaments, and we're getting ready for that. I also want you to remember that we've got great stuff here at SantaClausSays.net. We tell a story every night, and we want you to know that you can always go to our website, SantaClausSays.net, and get our downloadable Santa Claus Says coloring book. We also have 2 special episodes coming up. Before you know it, we will have Christmas Eve on December 24th when we share the story of the night before Christmas. You want to be part of that story before you go to bed on Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas morning, December 25th, we always tell the story about the first Christmas, the birth of Jesus, as we read that story from the Bible. It's called the Nativity Story, and we want you to join us. Boys and girls, it's about time for Santa Claus to say goodbye to this episode of Santa Claus Says. I've got a lot of work to do. The elves and I are getting ready to leave on Christmas Eve to come and visit you. So you be ready for me. Don't forget, you can reach it at SantaClausSays.net. But until next time, girls and boys of the world, I want you to know that Santa Claus says to be good for goodness sakes. Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho!
You're special to Santa Claus, just like Sprinkles. Get on Santa's nice list at SantaClausSays.net and watch Santa Claus Says live on YouTube. Tell him Sprinkles sent you.